Hello, Jennifer Toji here. What day is it today? It is 80's Archives Day. I believe this is my 20th 80's Archives pick. I've lost count. I wrote it down somewhere on my bank statement. And then I got mad at my bank statements and threw them on the floor. So I've lost how many I've done. Okay. I tried to do a movie this week that's not so obscure, but not so like well known. This used to be one that I lived with my aunt for a month once. You don't want to know why. Okay. And I remember she hated this movie. She used to scream at it every time. So I grew to love this movie. And it's a funny movie. Hey, Tom Hanks, Shelley Long, how can you go wrong with that? And that's The Money Pit, 1986. And you, through the whole thing, you're giggling and laughing, but saying, oh my God, these poor people. Because they get kicked out of their penthouse because they're not married. And she had gotten a divorce a year before from this asshole right here. And they are living in his penthouse. And they were going to live there until he came back. But he came back a year early. So they have a week to leave. So they start looking for apartments and find out how expensive they are. And oh my goodness, they finally found their dream house. And it looks like a mansion at the start of the movie and at the end. Yes. I told the end. Oh. But it's like a big, huge mansion. It's only $200,000. That makes me worried. For them. I remember the first time I saw them. I was a teenager and I thought, uh-oh. Because the old lady who was showing them the house had a candle opera in her hand. And she says, I like to save on electricity. And I thought, uh-oh, electricity problems. And sure enough, there starts to be. And this house, as you can see out in the front, just starts to fall apart. When they call in and say that they'll take the house, you see the guy turn. They bought it, he screams out and turns to the page and puts paid down on the picture of the house. It's like they've been trying to sell it forever. So they start seeing things going wrong with the house, and they gotta finally get a contractor to go out there, and played by Joe Mantegna. Yes, that silver fox from Criminal Minds, and with that great actor from Forever. Every movie he's in, I love it. And he can play the nicest guy in the world, and he can play the scummiest guy in the world. And in this movie, he plays the scummiest guy in the world. You could tell he's going to try to cheat them at everything. But right then, that's the last time you see him in the movie, when he takes a $5,000 check from them and says his brother's a plumber to help them with their plumbing problems. And his brother comes over and takes the same amount of money and leaves too. That's the last time you see him. And then, like, 2 weeks later, you see this whole misfit band of people in weird cars and weird motorcycles drive up. They look like a bunch of criminals or out of work circus people coming for just out of work. And they said, oh, we should have the job finished in about 2 weeks. And basically take down everything that's bad in the house. So when they get home that day, there's giant holes all over their house, including a hole in the floor where they have put a carpet over it. And Tom Hanks stands on it and slowly falls in and is stuck like this. And he can't get out of the hole. Yeah, so he's in there for hours and hours. That's the funny part of the movie. Their big, huge, wonderful staircase ends up falling. So they're getting up and down stairs, and it's like, the poor people, but they do it so funny. So yes, this is a movie I love. Good movie. Good cast. Hey, I'm not the biggest Tom Hanks fan in the world, but I am a Shelley Long fan. And I just liked everything in this movie. When you put Tom Hanks in the right movie, I like it. Like The Burbs, I love it. Money Pit, I love it. Now I'm going to figure out. I just put this movie in. My friend said I should give it a chance. And that there's a lot of butts in it. And I watched some of it, and I'm already thinking, I wonder if Adam Sandler had a stand-in butt, or that's his real butt. So I'm going to finish watching this movie, because this looks pretty cool, too. Not an Adam Sandler fan either, but you put a butt in there. Okay, everybody, have a nice day. Goodbye.